Hi, and welcome to CSGV at Home. My name is Andrew Patrick. I'm the Director of Political Communications for the Coalition to Stop Gun Violence. We spoke earlier with Toby Hoover of the Ohio Coalition Against Gun Violence about the Stand Your Ground law that's moving through Ohio. Wanted to welcome in Dion Green, who is from Ohio and is also working on this issue. Dion, you have a personal connection to gun violence. Would you like to tell us a little bit about your father and also your foundation that you are a part of?
Well, as of last year, 2019 was a horrible year here in Ohio due to gun violence and the mass shooting that occurred. And just so, just to be, I was just one of the families that was down there that lost their loved one in the shooting. My father died in my arms down there that night, and along with 8 others. But that's how I became up with my Fudge Foundation, representing him and just representing and just being a voice for survivors and the victims that are in here, and just trying to create change so people don't have to experience these type of nightmares and around the country.
Absolutely horrible. So sorry to hear that. That shooting and that weekend is just, I think, ingrained in a lot of people's memories. It's just an awful time for you and your family and your community, the community of Dayton. Just a horrible tragedy, and we're also very sorry for it. But you've turned this into action. You're working to change this. There has been a painfully slow process in Ohio to get change. After this shooting last year, the governor introduced a bill. It didn't go. It wasn't strong. We didn't think it was strong enough in a lot of ways, but it also has no movement in the Republican House of Representatives and Senate. One of the things what we're focusing on and talking about is the Stand Your Ground law that seems to be moving through. Do you want to talk a little bit about the Fudge Foundation's work and your work in stopping that dangerous law? I mean, you think you'd want to pass laws to make Ohio safer, but
so
making it more dangerous.
Right. So I created the Fudge Foundation, which stands for my father's last name, but it stands for Flourishing Under Distress, Giving Encouragement. And, that's what we're in this country right now. We're under distress, looking for encouragement. But my foundation is geared towards helping survivors and victims regain normalcy, helping with burial expenses, mental health, just all the legal aid, just all the resources that can be given while experiencing these type of traumatic events. So, I dedicated my life to that and advocating on gun violence and, doing gun rallies and speaking at the state houses on Senate bills. As you said, to stand your ground, that is just a justification murder bill to kill somebody, and all you got to do is say you're fearful. It's already happening without that bill, and it's definitely dangerous to Black men.
A license to kill Black men and boys is what we've seen across the country, and that's the type of law this is.
Yeah, so now all you got to do is say you're fearful. The only way that bill would change, that would get taken out of law, if the Blacks start doing it to the white. Then they wouldn't like the way it was named. So something would have been wrong and that bill would get pulled right off. Because I guarantee if it was the same situation and one person shot, a white man shot a Black guy, with a stand your ground, he won't go to jail. If a Black guy shot a white guy, he's going to go to jail till they figure it out.
Yeah.
And it's so sad that we're seeing this in today's culture. It's not hidden no more.
We were talking with our policy analyst at CSGV earlier, and he was saying how when a white person kills a Black person and uses stand your ground defense, they're 12% more likely to be acquitted than if the roles were reversed. So it's just
definitely
baked into the structural problems that we have, and it just lays a gun on top of it and just creates a more dangerous situation that is harmful to our society.
Right. And like a couple of days, I'm in this fight, and, there's a lot of people around the world fighting this, but I'm getting tired of seeing people getting taken by guns. And then you just see people saying we need to do something. And I had to make that status on social media, like, be the solution, then get involved, whether it's on the front lines in the state house, knocking on doors, like, we got to change up the politicians, in there, there's work for everyone, but don't wait till it hits your doorstep then want to get involved. Let's take preventative measures. I don't want nobody to experience the stuff that I went through. you know. So I'm going to try to prevent that from, you know, families and other families having to go through that type of event. But it makes me mad that people always want to get involved after it touches them. Like, stop
when the fire comes to their house, when the tragedies personally affects them. Thank you, Dion, for the work you're doing for the foundation. Is there a website?
Yes, fudgefoundation.org.
Okay. Well, we will put that out there. I want to thank you for what you're doing. We're doing a Twitter storm tomorrow around 3 o'clock to stop Stand Your Ground. So just try to get these bills from these dangerous bills to not go into effect.
And they keep trying to throw different ones out there. And what I was just having a conversation with is it might not pass because of the time, but they might strap it onto another bill.
They seem like they're going to really try to pull this. That's why we got to shine a light on it, keep it going, keep talking about it, put pressure on the governor to veto it if it does get through the House of Representatives and Senate. So,
right.
But thank you for your work. Thank you for taking a few minutes to talk to me. And we're all watching Ohio and trying to make positive change there.
Hey, and whenever, call me when you need me, brother. I'm here.
All right.
Yes, sir. Have a good evening.
Hey, take care.
Bye-bye.